Hi everyone, today I'm going to be taking a look at this LEGO Jurassic World set. It comes under the Jurassic World kind of theme, but it's obviously a Jurassic Park set. It is number 75936 and it's called Jurassic Park T.rex Rampage. So yeah, I'm filming in a different room, so apologies if the lighting's not quite as good as usual. Yeah, but it shouldn't be too bad. So this comes with 3,120 pieces and 6 minifigs, and the recommended retail price is £220, which is what I paid for this. I can't remember when I bought it. It was quite a few months ago when I was actually in a LEGO store, but couldn't resist it. I've always liked dinosaurs ever since I was a kid, and just looks like an awesome set, so I had to get it. So you see on the front of the box, these are the minifigs you get. So yeah, some pretty cool collectible minifigs. I think he's probably my favourite. But yeah, so you can have a quick flick through those. There is the set itself. But just quickly look at the back of the box. So you get a nice view of the big gate from the back and different pose for the T-Rex, and then this is some of the features that are built into the back of the gate, so it shows you how to open the doors, and then some of the iconic scenes that they've kind of slotted into the frame of the gate. So I like how they've done it, and it's quite nicely integrated into it, but I'll show you those properly in a minute. So that's it for the box, and so there it is. So somehow it's got dust on it already. Guess we might as well start with the main attraction really, which is the T-Rex. So it's all brick built, as you can see. The manual for this set is split into two. So one of them is the T-Rex. So it's like maybe 6 or 7 bags from memory. That might not be right, but something like that. So you build up the body first, and then legs, tail, and then finally the head. And you can see that it's very well balanced, so you can put it in different poses and it won't fall over. So I think that's pretty cool. I quite like, a bit trickier to do with one hand. I might have to leave the T-Rex like that now. Yeah, I kind of like the leaning forward like it's about to eat or bite someone kind of look. No, definitely not with one hand. That's a bit annoying. But yeah, so if we look at the head, one sec guys, this is not going to work, hang on. Right, okay, I got the T-Rex stood up in a bit of a better pose. So yeah, very heavy, a bit awkward to move one-handed, as I've just shown you. And if we look at the head, so nicely printed eyes, it's the same on both sides. I think the mouth is really well done. You can adjust the tongue. The body is kind of partially hollow inside, and you do actually have to put a little frog inside, which I know it's just plastic and a toy, but I kind of felt a little bit bad putting a frog inside that's never going to be seen again. But anyway, that's just me being silly. This looks great, but I would emphasize the looks great, because it's really not to be played with. I find, even just if you don't move it around carefully, say these claws, nails, whatever they are, claws I guess, they easily come off. It's really not actually that hard for like the legs and the tail to come off. So I think it's really well built, and to have a brick built T-Rex instead of like the big moulded ones you normally get, and for this size and to get the poses, I think is great. But it's definitely not to play with. So I've let Logan have kind of a little play with it, but I'm gonna kind of find a nice spot to display this, and probably try and get him maybe not to play with it unless we're playing with it together, maybe, because it does quite easily come apart. Thankfully, if it does come apart, it's not too hard to put back together. So if you look closely at the tail, you can see kind of the little ball joints and that make it up. So you can, oh, let's move it along a bit. You can adjust the tail, get some nice poses. And if it does come apart, it's really not a big deal. And so yeah, and it's very well balanced. So I think all in all it's good, but just it's not for playing with. But then if you spend £220 on a set, it's probably not going to be for playing with anyway. Right, so let's move the big T-Rex out the way. And I think I'll do the minifigs at the end. So here is the big gate itself. So from the front, I think it looks really, really nice. Looks really good. So that's one sticker and then two there. And I think I'm just trying to think how many other stickers. There's that sticker there for the plaque, and I think that's about it. Unless I've forgot something around the back, but we'll find out in a minute. So yeah, good in terms of stickers because I don't like stickers. And then the rest is just kind of built up in sections and stages, and then so you build up some kind of sections and stick them on this side. Yeah, lots of good different techniques come together to make this up. And what I really like, I guess the sign and everything's nice, but what I really like on the front is all the foliage down the bottom. It just really looks nice to me. I like how there's all different plants all kind of bunched together, lots of different colours. It looks quite realistic to me instead of just having a couple of things sprouting up. I like how, say down here, everything's kind of bunched together. So that's just, yeah, same here. Lots of variety. It's just quite pleasing for me to look at. So I think that's good. And then if we spin it around, oh, I guess I should show you the doors opening from the front. So I'll show you the mechanism separately at the back, but here is the doors opening. So pretty good and smooth. I was going to say I have trouble getting to come back together, but it worked pretty good that time. So yeah, it's quite smooth function. So you can do it nice and slow like in the film. So I think that's good. So if we stop at this side, so the sides actually do open up, so there's nothing up there. But on this side, not much to see there. You can kind of get a little view inside there. I think the other side actually does have more on it. So let's go around to the back anyway. Try not to break anything off. Okay, so we'll start at the top. So we have some kind of a nest with some broken eggs. And then this is the mechanism for opening the door. So you can just turn that, very simple. Let's get those back together. So just like that, occasionally they don't join back together. I think if you do it slowly, they tend to come back together. So yeah, on this side we have obviously the famous toilet, which is if you've somehow not seen the film, watch it and then you'll know what that's all about. Then we have the computers underneath. So I think that's the other couple of stickers. Yeah. So there were some I'd forgot. So for the computer screens, and obviously the keyboard is printed. So this is where you can place what's his name? Samuel Jackson. I think is it called Tom Arnold? I also get his name. I know it's Arnold something. Hang on, I can check on the box. I knew I'd forget his name. Sorry, not Tom Arnold. Ray Arnold. There we go. So you can see him up there. And then down below, so we have the scene where Ellie is trying to get the power back on. I think that looks pretty nice in there. I like that. I like this. The floor looks pretty cool as well. We come over to this side, so we have the area down below after Ian Malcolm has been injured and he's kind of laying with his shirt half open here. Then you can move up to the next stage where you have Mr. Hammond eating the ice cream. So you've got ice cream and jelly. And if you do have the other set with the Velociraptor and the kitchen, I forget the name of the set, but it does come with the kids, so if you combine them all together it goes quite nicely. Up here obviously you've got the can that Nedry tries to take with all the specimens in, obviously stuck in the mud. And then, so that's let's just quickly move out for a, so there is kind of the full back of the set. Around to this side, so I have a couple of guns, and then I think that's about it really. So just a few guns on that side. So that is the gate in full. So I like the little movie kind of snapshot scenes on the back. I think they're not bad, but I think definitely for me, sorry, I'm just moving the box. Definitely for me, the front is the best with the T-Rex kind of nicely positioned. So let me stand the figures back up, and I forgot Jeff Goldblum. There we go. So if we put them back, can't remember if this is hide them to begin with, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, so if we put them back, so this is a nice little stand you get. So if we bend those forward a bit, you can read what is written on the plaque. So very similar kind of UCS style. So looks very nice, good way to finish it off. So you can have all the minifigures stood up here. Shouldn't be this hard to stand up a minifigure with one hand. There we go. Yeah, so they all have a spot. If you don't want them positioned somewhere else, you get one of these little mini ones. It would have been nice to get another one or a few more, just because I really like these. So yeah, let's start on the left. So we have Ian Malcolm. So I think probably in this set he's gonna end up being the most popular. Well, he is for me. Just amuses me, I guess. But yeah, very nice printing. And that's his alternate face, which I guess is when he's running from the T-Rex. So, not sure what I think of that face. I think I prefer the first one more. Yeah, it's not bad. Then we have Ray Arnold. So I think he looks good. I think the printing's cool. I like the way the coat continues down onto his legs. I think especially on the front, I think that actually looks really good. Looks with a slight curve on the print. Actually does look like a real coat. So I think that's pretty good. And alternate face is just a scared one. So again, I think I prefer that face. Not seen the film for a while, but from memory, I think he's quite moody and annoyed with Nedry, so I think the kind of non-emotion face is probably best. Then we have Ellie Sattler. I'm not sure I said her name right. So again, nice printing, good printing on legs, and another nice looking minifig, and another scared face. Then we have Hammond, and I've somehow forgot his name. I'm doing terrible with names today. John Hammond. Really should have known that. So yeah, he's got like the walking stick with the amber on top. So that looks pretty nice. No alternate face, but I think that's fine. He looks good as he is. Then we have Alan Grant. So he's got the raptor claw. And yeah, I like his little neckerchief or whatever it's called. No alternate face, obviously, because of the hat, but that's, yeah, I think that's fine too. He looks good. In the other little raptor set, he does come with a hairpiece, so I've actually gone blank if he comes with a hairpiece in this set. Not sure. Actually can't remember. Maybe someone else can tell me that. The spare pieces are in a different room in a pot, so I've actually forgot. I think maybe he does. He does in the raptor set anyway, so. And then finally we have Dennis Nedry, who he resembles him, and obviously with the print they've tried to kind of show his that he's a bit larger than the average person. I think that's the only thing that kind of takes it away for me, is the fact that he's normal minifig size, but obviously I don't see how they could do that any other way anyway, so that's not really a problem. And I do really like the back of his hoodie. I think that's pretty cool. and you can just see the alternate face creeping out, which I think is definitely the best alternate face, which is when the other dinosaur, I don't know what, I can't remember what the dinosaur's name is, but when it's basically spat in his face, and then that's kind of the end of him. So that's pretty cool. And that's it for the minifigs. So all in all, I think this is a good set. It's, if you're interested in the price per piece, it's like 7.1p, so really good in that regard. I think for everything you get, all the pieces, the figures, I think is all, yeah, I think it's good value even at full price. If you see it cheaper, obviously always better, but I'm happy with this set. I feel like I got good value from it. Could have always had an extra minifig or two, but yeah, I think all in all it's a good set. I'm very happy with it, and now I need to move some things around in this room to find somewhere to keep it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching.